Hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. More Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Not much happened. I did evolve a Weedle into a Kakuna to have that part of the evolution set, and I'm currently working on training a Rattata because they're easy to train and they evolve at a low level. So, yeah, not much to say. I'm also currently playing a set Rattata. It's level 12, so it's got some useful moves already. Oh, level 13 even. So I've got Tackle, Quick Attack, and Hyper Fang. That's a decent enough moveset. What just happened? Okay, so good to know. Rattata doesn't have stats. Okay, so I can't be just a Rattata. That doesn't work apparently. So I'll go back to my old strategy of Rattata just being in the party. Yeah, that did not go as planned. Yeah, let's do Frosty Forest. It's been a while. I can't get any Pokemon. Oh, but that on, I have to be on the ninth floor. Okay. Not a ferret? I don't even have the friend area for Nosepass. No, apparently not. Ah, there's something that can join. But not if it struggles itself to death. That one can theoretically join. But only theoretically, I believe. Okay, how much the Rattata levels up? It's like 11 or 12 Pokemon I have to defeat. Not happening in this dungeon. I had completely forgotten how weak Rattata actually is. It only has attacking stats and no defensive. Yeah, I'm never gonna get around to doing these anyway. Let's get my Rattata, because it needs every single EXP point it can get. Let's check for Reviver Seeds. game is so stingy with giving out these. And I really need those for Buried Relic. Onwards to Thunderwave Cave, because apparently that's too much for level 13 Rattata. It's got no HP, no defense, and no special defense. At least it hits nice and hard. Oh look, it's a younger me. Those are 2 revival seeds I got as a reward. That's very nice of the game. Let's go to Mudsteel. I mean, can just as well just work my way through the mission requests. Yes, I'd like an Aaron. Or Aaron. I don't have one of these. I only need an Aeron because I can get its evolution. So I don't need that one. I can get 2 Lerons from, what was it? Mount Freeze or Frosty Forest, one of those two. The forest, I believe it was. So I can get its Medivolve. I don't have a Sparrow. I'm pretty certain I have another mission. Yes, I remembered correctly. next dungeon is gonna be Mount Thunder. That's also the only dungeon I've got the legendary bird of. I still cannot get Moltres and Articuno. For some reason I still cannot beat those consistently. Like, the both of them can still one-shot both party members. And I have the other Nidoran. Can I get my team entirely full before the end of the dungeon? I really hope so. Well, I already have you. It really doesn't have any defense. Oh no. I mean, it's understandable. In the mainline series, Rattata is a Pokemon that strikes both fast and hard, but it's a bit of a glass cannon. I don't think I have a Gligar, and if I have one, oh well, I can always kick one out. I like in the past had like a join, but it just didn't make it until the end of the dungeon. Good. Reach the floor. Nice of that Pokemon to get into trouble in some of the more obnoxious layouts of the dungeon. Found it. Oh. And the next Pokemon. That worked out. I can take you. You have to wait. Let's first sort out the Gligar situation. Do I only have one Gligar? No, I have two of them. So level 12. I'm certain I already had the one that was like vibing up there, so. And seeing as this Pokemon doesn't evolve, it's gotta go. Yep, that's Teddiursa, Spoink, Shuckle, and then the other Gligar. Ah, there's Aaron. I'm presuming it's Aaron, seeing as its evolve is called Lairon. So I'm gonna presume that's how you pronounce it, but oh, I still needed to get out Rattata. Let's go check out both of the Nidorans. That Safari? Ah, both of them. Survivor seat check. Nope. I basically did everything here, and then floor 6, 7, and 12. I have a Murkrow? No. Do I still need one? Yes, absolutely. And this is from before they had given Murkrow an evolution, so it's just a Murkrow. Yeah, that's how weak Rattata still is. What Pokemon was I looking for? Flygon! So that dumb thing can hide everywhere. Great. Flygons can fly, that means it can be in the water where I can't reach it. That's nice. Thank you, game. And quite often those Pokemon just don't come out. Yeah, I think it's stuck in the water where I can't get to it. I hate it so much when the game does that. Oh no, this was the Weedle floor, like the next... Oh no, I can go to the next one. I thought this was the Flygon floor, but this is the Weedle floor still. Flygon is next floor. Okay, good to know. Now I can worry about a Flygon being stuck in the water. Oh no, it's behaving. That's nice of it. Yeah, most like Revenge, the fun and everything, but they do require one thing, and that's to actually survive long enough to actually pull it off. Which a lot of these Pokemon just don't do. Can I get a Heracross? Yes, yes I can. Doesn't mean it will happen, but... Does Tauros even have anything good? No. I still had to rescue a Pokemon. Whoops. Oh well. Somebody else can do that. And I'm also not going back for it. Where did the Taurus go? Did that go to Safari? Yes, it did. And there's even a reviver seed. Need to go and check how many reviver seeds I have. Because if I've got enough of them, I might make another attempt at a buried relic. Okay, you guys can be taken out to be sold. Yes, I do have enough reviver seeds. Good. And I still have the music box, meaning that I don't have to fight the 3 Reggies. That's always nice. Let's take out a lot of stuff I don't use to sell. Perhaps buy a new friend area. Yeah, I can definitely get a new friend area. I need this one because it has the Reggies, and I believe that's all I can buy. Yeah, that's all I can buy. Doesn't matter. But let's go take out some items. I need that one. I need that. Then I need these. I'm not bringing any food because I remember the dungeon having quite a lot of food. Also, reviver seeds like restore your stomach to full anyway. So, no point in bringing something that dying will fix anyway. And especially seeing as it also restores your PP, your power points. It's just more convenient to just die once in a while in that dungeon. Yeah, and I'll leave like 2 open spots in my inventory. 8 reviver seeds, 8 max elixirs, and a music box. Yeah, that should work. Does mean that Radada is sitting this one out. I would like the explosion back. And let's check the friend area we bought. Real quick first. Ancient relic. The remains of a long forgotten civilization. Prehistoric Pokemon are said to have lived here in ancient times. And our last teammate is gonna be... Where is it? Ah, Absol. Let's give that dungeon another go. And yes, I do have Mew's friend area. So, if I encounter Mew and it wants to join, then it may do so. I have the friend area for Mew and I have the friend area for the 3 Reggies. Wrong move. I meant to use this one. I still need to get Venusaur a last move that isn't Leech Seed because it's not that great a move and I would like to have a 4 damaging move, but I haven't found one yet. Oh well. So, if I remember correctly, Mew can start spawning at floor 36. My Pokemon still has the stamina band, so my Pokemon won't go hungry as quickly. So that's nice for a dungeon this long. Great. I now lost one Reviver Seed already. I need a Cleanse Orb. That's a move I believe I can learn. And that will deal so much damage. Because return goes by intellect. Its power rises with the user's IQ. Yes. I've got a couple of points in this Pokemon, so that's nice. So many moves. Okay, can somebody learn Thunderbolt? Yeah, I can do that instead of Scratch. Let's teach you Thunderbolt. I don't need rest. Let's see, how much damage does return do? At the moment it's only 20. That's unfortunate. Still better than Leech Seed. Ignore and rest. Oh. Still need to find the cleanse orb. Go off the Ghastly. Oh, such an annoyances. Just keep on walking. It's a Ghastly, we can't do shit against it. Now you may strike it. That's like one downside about Ghastlies is just they get stuck in the wall. So I just had to use one Reviver Seed already because of a dumb Ghastly. How much I hate those Ghastlies and anything else that can like phase through a wall. Yeah, I'm just walking away. I hate him. But let's face it, I don't have a friendly word to say about this entire dungeon in general, so... How's this gonna work? I mean, I already have the music box. I just get a warp. Good to know, I do have to fight the Reggies. At least I still have the music box, so that's nice. I really don't like this dungeon, really like, what sadist came up with these? And there's like a handful of them that are not that bad, but those aren't mandatory. This is a mandatory. Like, there are other 99 float dungeons, but those just aren't mandatory. This one is. And it's got one of the most obnoxious recruits in it as well, because it has Mew that may or may not appear and that you may or may not find. I believe it also makes it the only dungeon with 4 legendaries. Yeah, because you have the 3 Reggies and then you have Mew. So it is the only dungeon with 4 legendaries. Next legendary battle is at floor 25, and then the next one is at level 30, floor 35, and then 36 and onwards I can get a Mew. That's obnoxious. It can't learn. It either has to learn. I just have to turn off the moves it can't use anymore. Oh no, not a Wobbuffet. And that's it. That's the first Pokemon that's completely out of moves. I have to admit, two of those moves were completely emptied from full thanks to a Ghastly with Spite and the other one was because of a trap. Okay, I can't care less about that one. Oh dear. Explore! Welcome to Reggie Eyes. That was dumb. That was just a dumb Reggie Ice fight. I have no idea what that Reggie Ice fight was, but it was dumb. Let's see, what can I... Because I'm not against having an extra max elixir. Oh yikes. Good to know, triple kick is dangerous. Very dangerous apparently. Ik heb niks tegen het. I don't have anything against the shit ninja. That's not good. Oh, wrong type of orb. I need a glance orb. Yeah, you're not supposed to use quick attack on these. Nope, wrong orb. Quick attack doesn't work anyway on Shit Ninja. Why do you keep trying? Get him. And we're at Reggie Steel. there went Reggie Steel. Toughest battle level ever. Reggie Ice put up more of a fight. And now we got to roam every single floor completely in order to find a Mew. And there is no surefire way of knowing that this is the floor with Mew. Because if you go to recruitment, Mew is just listed. But it's not guaranteed that that means it's on this floor. I don't have anything effective against it. Just kill it. Right, fine. Give Typhlosion its moves back. I'll take some rocks. Like a reviver seed again. An additional one. Get him, Typhlosion. Just set it on fire. do I really just want to find Mew, or do I just want to finish the dungeon? Because I don't even know if finding, beating, and recruiting Mew even counts the quest, like the storyline quest, as like completed. Yeah, I don't even know if that like if that even completes the story quest, or if it just really just wants you to like go all the way just to beat the dungeon. I cannot be bothered. I'm not staying in a monster house. I'm just gonna continue. I mean, if I find Mew, I'll find Mew. Otherwise, beating the dungeon is fine too for me. I mean, just beating the dungeon is also impressive. It's just a seal trap. If it just seals my moves, I have no issues with it, because that just means I'm gonna get them back anyway next floor. PP, like, loose PP traps are far worse, because that you just can't get back unless you, like, use a max elixir or a reviver seed. Oh, hello there! Welcome to the stream. I am having a good day. I hope you're having a good day too. Welcome. I'm trying to beat Buried Relic in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It's only 99 floors long, and I'm on floor 46. No, not my first time. First time, I unfortunately failed at floor 80. So, I had a couple of streams in which I had to resupply, and I'm now giving it another go. I really hope none of those were reviver seeds. So, I'm either hoping to just encounter Mew and that it joins, seeing as I do have its vent area, or that I make it to the end, but yeah. Alright, who's out of moves again? A boat out of quick attack? This is gonna take a while. Oh yeah, not necessarily a while. I've been doing this for about 15 minutes and I'm technically halfway down the dungeon. So... I'll take a random sandshrew. It's not that bad a dungeon, it's just very, very long. I have beaten the level before. I mean, you kinda have to, it's a storyline requirement, but it's a very long dungeon, it's obnoxious, and it's somehow not even the worst one. At least this one lets you like take a full team with you and prepare. There are also dungeons that just are 99 floors long. I believe that one is called Purity Forest. That one also resets your level to 1 and doesn't permit teammates. Yeah, Purity Forest is worst. No items, no teammates, and you get set to level 1 and it's 99 floors. And there are like 3 or 4 99 floor dungeons that are just worse than this one. At least this one you can beat, get Mew and the 3 Reggies, and then just never touch again. Because that's also something, this dungeon has 4 legendaries. And yeah. That's actually exactly what they were made for. They made a couple of really difficult levels that were non-mandatory, just for players that wanted a challenge. But unfortunately this one is mandatory for the post-game. That's the downside. I am trying to... Oh, thank you very much for the follow. I am trying to actually fully complete the game. There's like the ending that triggers the stuff credits, but there's also a what everybody calls the through ending, and I'm trying to get to that one. Apparently, things happen still. For that, I first have to finish this one. I do remember seeing as I did get quite far in it back in the day. I do remember at some point you also get like there'll be like the 3 legendary dog Pokemon, so Raikou, Suicune and Entei will be available. This dungeon has the 3 Reggies and Mew in it. Yes. There are quite a lot of Pokemon in this game. Can I now use the cleanse off? Yes, thank you. My advice for this dungeon... Yeah, I'm not that far yet, but yeah. Those are also something different. And then there's still more legendaries. That's something I have to give this game credit for. They had 3 generations of Pokemon to work with, and they just crammed all 3 of them in there. I do have to admit, I did use Wonder Mail to import the version exclusives from Pokemon Blue, because that's somehow still an option. And I don't think I've ever made it past the... This game was massive. Like, the amount of things that they put into it, and also the fact that um, both the DS and the GBA game are identical, except for a couple of version exclusives, but those were planned. And like the only compromise they had to make on the GBA version was some in the audio quality, and some items are colored slightly differently because the GBA screen just didn't have the same amount of colors as the DS one. So I'm really impressed by the fact that they used every single bit they could shove inside of that cartridge. That's something that still surprises me. It has a lot of music, a lot of designs. Yeah, there are some color differences, like some berries have a different color. But that's because I believe the GBA had 12 colors on screen while the DS could do 16, something like that it was. So the DS had like slightly better colors and like slightly more detail. But the gameplay is the same. And the differences in like the music are barely noticeable. I still need to find Mew, but that that Pokemon can appear anywhere in this dungeon between floors 36 and 98, and it's got a well, at best a piss poor chance of actually joining your team. It's by default a 0.9% chance. So even if you find Mew, you have no guarantee of getting it. Why? Oh wait, I'm attacking my own Shenshru. Oh no, I have found Mew before, like at floor like 97. I am very lucky historically with getting Mew to join, usually on the first or the second try. I'm just not lucky with at which floor it appears. But I'd rather have it like appear at like floor 90 and then join immediately than having it appear on floor 40 and having to redo it like 20 times or something. And sometimes I just, yeah, it's got really poor chances of joining. And then it's still not the worst one to get to join. At least Mew from the get-go has a join chance. But there's like Pokemon like Groudon that just, unless you have the highest rank and are max level and have a friend bow, they just can't join. And even then, if you have all those conditions, you still just have like a 2% chance. It's they could have made some of the join ratios a bit higher. Just a bit. Yeah, actually your rank matters for ratios. There are three things that, one of the things that matters is the level of the leader of the party, your rescue team rank, and luck. But yeah, your rescue team rank matters. Some Pokemon genuinely cannot join your party until you're at least Diamond or Lucario rank. Otherwise, they just can't join. And some Pokemon are just programmed to not be able to join until you're at least Diamond or Lucario rank and are level 100. I believe Groudon is one of those. I am getting a bit lucky with the dungeon exits out of the sudden. I am. I am planning on seeing the true ending and basically a recruit them all. I just want to be done with this game. I just want to be able to say I've done everything in it. Especially seeing as this is the original cartridge I like got. Oh, I don't know how many years ago. So I fully plan on not just getting every, yeah, just I fully plan on doing a recruit them all. I want all the dungeon, all the storyline done. I just want the game to. I basically am gonna 100% the game, which I'm well aware is gonna take forever. I mean, the recruit them all speed run is I'd like, I believe out of the top of my head is like at least 60 hours. So, and that's a speed run. Yeah, this is something I've made the decision to just do. I mean, it's as good as a moment to like to fully finish the game anyway. And I'm at a point in my gaming that I have um I have an awful lot of games, like a lot, and I've made the decision to just. That's one of the reasons why I decided to start streaming is I don't really have time anymore to play games unless I make time. So this permits me to make time and basically to just finish my entire backlog. And then after I've actually fully finished this game, that also means it is just finished. I basically, unless I just want to play Mystery Dungeon again, won't have any reason to go back to it. It's not laying there, not having still with things to do and stuff like that. Why? I was at the end. I was at the exit. Ugh. Alright, who pissed off a sandstorm user? Yeah, especially if you're me, that also means you have a job. That's the downside of being an adult. You actually have to do things. Oh, and I found Mew! I actually found it. And it didn't join. Crap. Okay. Yeah, it didn't join. So, well, onwards to beating the dungeon then. Yeah, that's the downside about this game. It's a bit luck dependent. The worst part about it is, I believe that if Mew joins you before you've actually, like, beaten the dungeon, it doesn't count the dungeon as cleared and you still have to redo it. Because it's a storyline dungeon, you have to see the end of it. Oh well. I'll get Mew at some point. No, it doesn't have a clear condition behind it. To clear the dungeon, you actually have to beat it, and getting Mew to join causes you to get warped out of the dungeon, meaning that yes, you have a Mew, but you have to restart the entire dungeon again. It's just an evil dungeon. Somebody at I believe it was Sunsoft that made this game was feeling a bit sadistic when they walked into the office that morning to program. Yeah, it is. So either you beat the dungeon but don't have a Mew, or you get a Mew and then you get warped out of the dungeon and have to redo the dungeon. Somebody that morning arrived at work a bit cranky and just decided he was gonna program video game hell. And then it's somehow still not the most sadistic video game level I've ever played. Still not the worst. I do believe I'm out of reviver seeds now. Oh, one more! That's not good. I don't really feel like doing 30 floors with just one reviver seed left. And seeing as I'm actually playing on my console, I can't just save state my way to get a Mew. That's something that a lot of people tend to do, but I don't have that luxury. I'm actually on my GameCube, so I brought in 10. I brought in 10 reviver seeds. I've got one left. But reviver seeds are great, especially seeing as how they still function in this game. You get your belly replenished, you get your power points replenished. So reviver seeds in this game are still nice and overpowered. But I believe that next time I do need to bring basically a full... yeah, basically a full inventory of reviver seeds. In this game it is. In the newer games they aren't, because in the newer games they just revive you and you don't get your belly or your power points replenished anymore. But yeah, in this game it's one of the best. I usually just go into difficult dungeons with just reviver seeds. Max elixirs are like a couple of rocks, because you do have issues with ghost types being in the wall and attacking you, and a couple of gravel rocks will fix that. And going into Buried Relic with like a full team of legendary Pokémon doesn't help either. I've tried that before. It is going decent though. I am on floor 71. So with a bit of luck I can actually beat the dungeon today. I normally would stop streaming in a couple of minutes, but well, actually normally the stream would have ended, but I'm just gonna go either until I beat this dungeon or until I lose. Because normally now would be end time for the stream, but I really don't feel like making a quick save for this dungeon. No. Surprise, surprise. No, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. That legendary is gonna get owned at some point. And the downside of legendaries is you can't bring as many party members, which sometimes is also very convenient. And then it also depends on the legendary, seeing as I only have Zapdos. Because for some dumb ass reason I still cannot consistently beat Moltres or Articuno. Oh yeah, I fully plan, and the rescue team streams are gonna remain for a while. And if I ever manage to get a DS or a 3DS with a capture card, I will be doing the DS and 3DS games as well. I still have those laying about. The only Mystery Dungeon games I can't play were the Japan-only WiiWare games, but I'm certain I can find a workaround around that one. Yes, Yes, the Nintendo Wii had Japan-only games for the Nintendo Wii for Mystery Dungeon. I'm still pissed at it. No, Pokémon Mystery Dungeon had 3 titles which were WiiWare Japan only. They were by the Pokémon Company. They were 3 versions, I believe, Blazing, Lightning, and what was the other one again? But yeah, and those were for the Nintendo Wii. They were download only and only in Japan. And I'm still angry that they never got an international release. And I'm also still angry at the fact that they still haven't been re-released on a different console, because they didn't use the motion controls that the Wii had, so I wouldn't care if they would just put them on Switch, even just untranslated. I just wouldn't care. But yeah, unfortunately quite a lot of games just never make it outside of Japan. It's such a shame. And the Mystery Dungeon series was considered a commercial failure. Somehow it didn't sell as good as they thought it would sell. Kinda weird, seeing as everybody that I knew owned both the main game Pokemon's Mystery Dungeon and Pokemon Ranger. Shinran, I have heard about those. I still need to look into those. They're like, but let's face it, there are a lot of games I still have to get, I still have to look into, and that I still have to play. One of the games I still hope that we get is in the West we are still missing, I believe, 2 or 3 Final Fantasy games that were just never translated, resulting in the fact that the game that's in Japan, Final Fantasy V, over here is called Final Fantasy 3. Yeah. Still so many games to finish. I believe I've got a backlog of about 80 games. And those are just the physical copies. I haven't counted the backlog of the digital downloads. Which is a lot too. And also, in my backlog there are like some ridiculously long RPGs. I mean, I have Dragon Age Origins still laying about that still needs to be beaten. What else do I have? That's a nice and long game. Dragon Age Origins. But all the Dragon Age games are. What else do I have? I've got Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne is still in the backlog. Vampire is still in it. Every single Super Nintendo game I own is in it, because back in those days they made games a bit more difficult. What else is in it? Quite a fair amount of my Game Boy Advance library, quite a decent chunk of my GameCube library, more than half of my Nintendo Wii games, and then I can't even stream the DS and 3DS games that I still have unfinished. Sword of Mana is in the backlog, which it might be one of the longest Game Boy Advance games. And that's a game I have to play twice, because you have 2 main characters and both have slightly different storylines, so that game has to be played twice. But all in good time. I am gonna replace Return with Solar Beam. That's also one bit of advice I can give concerning Buried Relic. If you find moves and you're basically out of moves and out of max elixirs, just swap out your moves with the moves you can find in the dungeon. Because you can relearn your old moveset anyway for free at Gulping's shop anyway, so I think this is gonna be it. Yeah, so that was the end of the dungeon. I lost. Floor 80. That's not good. So that means I'm gonna be calling the stream here. It's already later. I already went longer than I was planning to do so. Yeah, not too bad. And I still have the music box. So that means next time I go in, no more Reggies! Because if you have the music box, they don't spawn, because I really hope so too, but yeah, I'm gonna stop with it for today. It's already later than I was planning to do, so yeah. So that was gonna be the stream. Next stream is gonna be Wednesday, same time. Wait, let me check my calendar. Is next stream even gonna be Wednesday? Oh dear. I don't believe I have to work, but yeah, next stream is gonna be Wednesday. Same time, same game. So yeah, well, thank you very much for coming. If you want to know the proper stream times, I do update the planning on Twitch, and that should convert the start and end times to everybody's appropriate time zones. So yeah, thank you very much for coming, and hopefully till next stream.